to get half drunk at night. I scream in your face and push away with all my might. Come to my baby. Come to my maybe I'll be okay. Can I get high? High away. Hey, 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 oh my God. Oh my, this is my life. here for the long run, strap in for a long one. We got everybody on one. Now you coming at the king, so you better not miss. And we only get stronger with everything I carry up on my back. You should paint it up with a target. Why would you dare me to do it again? Come get your spoiler, but we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you coming on, name you ought to know by now that we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, maybe you wonder what your future's gonna be, but I got it all locked up. Take a lap now, don't be mad now. Run it back, run it back. I got bodies lining up, think you're dreaming of greatness. Send you back home, let you wake up. Why would you dare me to do it again? Come get your spoiler up ahead. We're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you coming on, name you ought to know by now that we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, maybe you wonder what your future's gonna be, but I got it all locked up.在以后，除了剩下着还有其他吗？我左右，键盘琵琶在时间滴答着，还不够。你的固执让我来守候，哪怕太迟也不想以后。就在这时放肆的打斗 I got the heart of a lion, I know the harder you climb, the harder you fall. I'm at the top of the mountain, too many bodies to count. I've been through it all, I had to weather the storm to get to the level I'm on. That's how the legend was born. All of my enemies already dead and born. I'm ready for war, they know I'm ready for war. I told them we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you coming, my name you ought to know by now that we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, maybe you wonder what your future's gonna be, but I got it all locked up. What are you willing to lose? You cover your wounds, but underneath them a million voices in your head that whisper, stop now. Another twist of the knife, a turn of the screws. It's all in your mind, and it's fighting you on yourself. The storm is coming. Wow, kid, what you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head, and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly. And now you're playing with matches, come out of the ashes underneath you. A million voices in the crowd, they're screaming, stop now. Well, let them swallow the pride, you're turning the tide to true believers. Got them in the palm of your hand, you're playing God now. What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today? Make it out alive. You gotta conquer the monster in your head, and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling. Phoenix fly. So are you gonna die today? Make it out alive. You gotta conquer the monster in your head, and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling. Phoenix fly.
Welcome to the world, no heroes and villains. Welcome to the war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your bones, go and take it. This is your moment, now is your time. So prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Welcome to the climb up, reach for the summit. Visions brave, the one falls, steadily the end. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your blood, go and take it. This is your moment. Take to the skies, go. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. It is you fight among the dead beneath the dirt. Or do you know yet? Or do you want it? And when the giants call to ask you what you're worth, or do you know yet? We don't doubt you. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Pick up your weapon and face it.
Legends never die when the world is calling you.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Is there anyone even in the chat? Please let it be known. I'm streaming, right? Alright. It's time to show them who we have here. Fantastic Fat Man on the ones and twos. And also. Alright, we're getting started right now. We got Boomer Boys versus SunnysideJV. JV just came off of a great win against you guys, GZG. Predicted first place. Predicted first place team. Now SunnysideJV predicted first place team. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Now they're going up against Boomer Boys. Basically, the top two teams I thought coming into the season. What'd you think?
Yeah, I would agree. Boomer Boys and team would be considered the top two teams. Unfortunately, SunnysideJV is using a sub for their top lane, so Zerozen, who did pop off against my team, be subbed out, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I wonder how much effect that's gonna have on the team. You think it's gonna be a lot?
I think so. Zerozen is one of the people who like carries not the team, but like carries the resources he's given through his mechanics, right? But and then his chample as well is very snowbally. It's rib. I don't want to leak his chample, but his chample is very snowbally. So if he's given resources, he can do a lot with it. But we'll see how Rars plays into this. I'm very curious to see if they have like a team comp for Rars, because when I did ask Glizzy God 999 about what who he wanted to sub for his top lane, he immediately had an answer. So I'm wondering if he already had thought. Sorry.
Listen.
Already had thought about this.
Okay. Got a posture check. Freedom. We're Gucci. Oh, hey, what's up? What's up? Corey Hugh 559. Who's that? Is that B-Boy Slow?
No,
Gucci?
B-Boy Slow is B-Boy Slow 123.
Well, his name's Corey too. Ah, yup. You see, it's another account.
Yes, too. Yeah.
Unless he what's it called, change the name. But can you do that on Twitch? Change your name?
I don't think so. So he has the two accounts.
Yeah.
Don't feed Corey.
He did extremely well last game. B-Boy Slow, always there at the right moment at the right time, and didn't lose experience whatsoever. We're gonna hop into the pro draft right now. Is it ready? No, it's not ready. It says us and then Tom. Alright, so one thing that's pretty cool about what we saw is SunnysideJV. Since you're the coach, give us some information about them. What's their general grades? Like grade they're in? What year?
Year?
Yeah.
Okay, start from the top. Zerozen's actually a freshman. Their jungler Darrett is a junior, I believe. At lane Glizzy God, he's now a senior.
Okay.
AD carry Jor, he's also a senior. And then Corey, I believe he's a sophomore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got a lot of talented people, and then on the varsity, what's the year's lineup?
Dylan, who's junior. And so the top laner Dylan, junior.
Oh, so he was a sophomore.
Yeah,
and won championships as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay.
He's got a lot of years out of him. And then in the jungle we have Darkblaze. He's obviously a senior. Ethan, he's a sophomore.
Okay. Yeah.
Sun Headpats. AD carry is Brad. He is, I believe, he's a new member.
Okay.
So basically, with the two teams, I made them a bit more balanced by putting Glizzy God on JV. It might be surprising for people for him to be on JV, but I think last game definitely showed why it's important for him to be on JV.
Oh, okay.
He's not new to these games anymore. Like, he's definitely experienced. Whereas it's about to be a year that he's been solidly playing competitive league,
Yeah,
and you can definitely tell that he knows what to do as far as map movements.
yeah, it was pretty insane. So you balanced
Oh,
out the
and support
team.
is Johnny,
Oh,
aka
the-
Detzler. So
That's okay.
yeah, who was the supporter on Team Dark Blaze
Yeah,
for AOE draft season?
yeah,
2,
that's right. That's right. Okay. It says bring back Insane Science Strat. No, no way, no way.
If it works, it works.
So what's it called? What I was gonna say about the JV team. So why'd you make it more balanced?
Because I think to motivate the people at Sunnyside, one, you gotta have like a competitive second team. Like at what point, like where do you go once you win back-to-back championships, right?
Yeah.
You can keep winning. The obvious answer is keep winning, but I think that kind of sets you up for success short term, but failure long term, right?
Okay.
But to maintain that, Sunnyside will be successful for, I think, the next couple of years. You had to balance the teams because now the people on JV are actually going to be able to learn and take their experience onto varsity next year, right? Like the only two seniors are Glizzy and Ghetto Gangland.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, the pro draft is starting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
but
open it out now.
it is kind of scary, like as a coach, asking the players to be okay with that, because if you're a player, like hey, you're on your last year and I'm gonna want you to play on the JV team.
Yeah.
It's pretty demoralizing, but Lizzie God is just insane mentally, and he just took that with the utmost confidence.
Yeah.
Talking about Lizzie God, they're banning him out off the get. Talia Ramis, I don't necessarily think that the Ramis is where you want to be for Tom's team.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit different, although it had some success in the draft. I think definitely Team Tom, Boomer Boys, plays differently. Triple ban on Glizzy.
Sheesh. They really want him on an uncomfortable pick, huh?
Yeah.
Right here, you would probably have to opt in for just picking up Glizzy's champion, no?
You can delay it a bit.
Really?
It depends how you're feeling. If you're Glizzy, I think at this point he's insanely confident.
Is that a mid-own?
I've never seen him play that champ.
Hey man, they've been playing a lot behind closed doors. You never know.
Yeah.
He might be a god at you.
Wouldn't be surprised if he had a Smurf where he has just like 100 young games. He's definitely the type of person to just like quietly be grinding in the background. I think people didn't really realize that he's been playing since December in the in-houses.
Yeah, he's always involved. Him, what's it called? Purple Peppa.
Yeah.
What other high schoolers are part of it or are usually around? Death Slayer also pops up a lot too, doesn't he?
Yeah,
and
he
then
takes
Eggs and
breaks
Rice every now and then.
Yeah, Eggs and Rice is pretty active. Dark
Yeah.
Blaze is just like Death Slayer, where he takes breaks every now and then. They get out of the hostile, out of all the high schoolers, the hostile was one of the consistent players. Because
Okay.
ever since he joined in, he played on every single season.
Yeah. And then it shows his strength has grown. Oh, Anivia, so Acolyte might have shown his cards already. Jen.
I think he might have shown it early.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty disrespectful to pick mid lane this early.
Who's it looks like their lineup is different this go around. I know Boomer Boy swaps around a lot, so it looks like Tom's listed at ADC now, and then Vari's at the top lane.
Yeah, they do swap. I don't know if that was actually a Quinn pick.
We're gonna go ahead and see. In the first 2 rounds, we do allow players to go ahead and swap that. Quinn is Ali. Yeah, we'll see if it gets accepted. They do it pretty quick.
You think Boomer Boys would deny them?
Well, the first 2 rounds are accepted. It's generally accepted.
Yeah. It didn't say anything, so I assume it's accepted.
As soon as they pick without saying anything, it's accepted.
Yeah.
Boom. There it
So
is.
due to the Maokai, we have been screaming Boomer. My team has been screaming Boomer Boys quite a bit, so we do know a decent amount about them. Some beach. Be careful talking about their strats in the broadcast, but I think it's pretty interesting showing that they favorite Jin here.
Oh, Samira got banned.
Because right now, what you're seeing played at Worlds a lot is definitely they prioritize Caitlyn, Ashe, Senna first, and if all those three are gone, then they play the Jin.
Okay, so Tom opted into picking the Jhin first.
Yeah.
Trying to force a hand on SunnysideJV.
Yeah, and what this does is when you pick your carries first,
Yeah.
it puts a lot of pressure on your top, jungle, and support to essentially pop off with your picks where it can make a lot of impact early to make sure, because these two hyper carries that you're building around are scaling, so it builds them a lot of time, and as well as building them a lot of time, you have to peel for them, of course, because they are very susceptible to dives. I would not be surprised if it was a blue Kayn here. They do have the ally, so I don't think he necessarily needs to go red Kayn unless they end it off with triple melee here. I would definitely advise against it. That Maokai is an interesting pick on the third rotation. Volibear picked, and at this point, you don't know what's going where.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely Volibear is on the top lane only because it fits Anvari's playstyle on the top lane.
That's very
He's
true.
a very trade duelist kind of guy.
We did see Sizz play it when he first showed up to AOE.
Oh, in
with
the jungle?
something spicy, yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the first people to pick it up. They picked Mordekaiser here.
I think
it's a great pick.
I think the most famous Volibear in AOE. Whoa.
Is Bacon Yumi?
Yeah, all melee though. Where's the Sejuani at?
Don't know how I feel.
Alright, so yeah, I think it might be what you said, Volley in the jungle. I was gonna say the most famous Volibear player in the AOE is Decency.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he did extremely well with Volibear.
His Volibear was very strong, and then it seemed like he kind of just got burnt out of the champion, and it wasn't the same towards the end of the first player draft.
Yeah, he was definitely counter ganking. Super insane, man. The Giving Tree AOE chunky. No, signature bot lane pick.
We do see Maokai here, and I definitely think it's going to be a Maokai support. We do see Booch play these wacky picks all the time.
All right, so what are you thinking about the comps? I mean, we have all melees on the side of Sunnyside Varsity. Sunnyside JV.
Yeah, I don't know how they're ever going to be able to kill the Anivia, but a win con that you do have is I also don't see how Boomer Boys is ever going to be able to deal with the 131. There's no instant engage that Boomer Boys has that is able to be avoided, right?
Yeah.
So if you're Sunnyside JV, it's kind of impossible to get engaged on and die.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, Volibear can engage Jhin as well with his ultimate.
Yeah, I can imagine Jhin ulting and then Volibear just buys a Righteous.
Yeah.
Sizz is the type of person to go Predator.
Yeah, and Righteous.
Yeah.
With the Rammus.
Yeah.
He forced him to bandit just because he would just speed right into the enemy and then taunt the ADC. That was pretty insane. One thing I wanted to go ahead and note too was why the blue Kayn is gonna be really good, but there's only one lane technically that he could really abuse, because I don't think he's gonna go with Jhin and Maokai. They're gonna be able to turn any fight, no?
It is. They can get baited. They can get baited.
It's like Ali Yon bot, right?
Well, if I am Sunnyside, I would just avoid Tom's lane in general. Okay. I think that's a big rule that I think people in AOE are starting to pick up on, so I'll openly talk about it. Is if someone is a win condition for a team, which I believe Tom is a win condition for Boomer Boys. If you avoid it and take the action away from them, it becomes very frustrating, especially if it's not going too well.
Yeah.
So I hope Kayn just doesn't show up bottom. I would hope Kayn honestly just makes this game chaotic. I hope Team Sunnyside JV, which I know they'll do this, is they'll make the game chaotic.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll see a level 1 late invade or something crazy.
Well, they have a pretty strong first level 1. Sunnyside JV, Mordekaiser, he stacks his passive pretty easy. Auto, Q, auto, then he's able to do all kinds of AoE max health damage, right?
Yeah.
Immediately, which is nuts. Diana also has spread damage with her 3 autos. Alistar, powerful CC. Kayn, his Q is low enough cooldown to where in the early games he dishes out so much damage. Yon has his Q. able to stack it up to the third proc, and then gets like an AOE knockup. That's it's insane. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's pretty insane. Hopefully they do charge into the jungle. I don't know how they'll be able to respond though.
Yeah, B-Boy Slow, aka Corey, like he definitely is the type of guy to just do some crazy stuff level 1. He's so willing to just waste his summoner. He's so willing to just waste his abilities. So it's not necessarily a waste. It's he doesn't hesitate to use.
To pull the trigger.
Yeah.
He's ready to engage at all times. Huh?
Something that's really cool about SunnysideJV is like I feel like they have the blind. They have like the innocent factor where they don't know what could go wrong in a lot of their plays, so they just force plays. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh no! What's it called? Ryan. He put Quinn top. No, Quinn was swapped out for Ali. Sorry if we didn't make that clear. And Noah, I taught Gooch the ways of the giving tree. That's pretty. Does that pop up in a lot of competitive, or is it just AOE?
What?
The Maokai support. I don't think I've seen
AOE.
it. I was like, I don't think I've seen it.
I think it's only Gooch.
It's only Gooch in the support.
And Chunky Monkey plays it as well.
But he plays it in the ADC role when he's paired up with Senna.
It's definitely just an AOE thing.
Yeah, just play Cassio to counter Yone. Yo, we saw some pretty good miasmas from Albase in the 1 p.m. game. That was pretty sick. I think at one point he nullified the whole team from shooting out any abilities because they all had like some kind of dashes. The headbutt. What was the other ones? It was like the headbutt. Samir's
everyone on their team had a dash except Oriana. That was an insane pick there.
Yeah.
And then the way we set up the draft as well. I don't know if you guys called it, but with the first 3 picks, did you kind of know where the picks were going, or did you guys not know?
I don't think we really broke it down because we were talking a lot about Samir.
Oh, Samir?
Yeah,
Samir.
Samir.
Because they early picked it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just insanely broken.
Yeah.
He didn't really pop off on Samir the last game, but we'll see what Gato Gangland has in store for Yone. Honestly, Cassio's thing is pretty devastating for Yone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the miasma. Oh man.
It is a champion that I believe Acolyte can play, so I'm pretty curious as to why he didn't split out.
Isn't that one of Glizzy champions as well? He's not. He didn't feel too confident in pulling it out.
Unsure. Maybe he
just didn't like the way the enemy team was looking for him to pull it up.
I think it may be a thing where he's way too focused on shot calling and calling on the info that his team needs, that it's kind of difficult for him to play those mechanically intensive champions.
See what's gonna go down. Hopefully a late level 1 invade. Man, SunnysideJV, just that win against you guys, it really sparked my interest. Hopefully they will do well against Boomer Boys. We'll see if they don't get caught off guard by SunnysideJV's rotations. I don't think so, especially since Tom was casting, so he kind of got a grasp of how they move. We'll see though, because you can communicate it, but is your team really gonna react to it? You know.
Actually, fun fact: in our game, we did not know half the time where the alley was. It was so confusing.
They had a lot of wards on you guys too. Yeah, like they saw you when you roamed top, and what's it called? The whole team was like bot, and then Jax was top as well. Instead of them engaging on your team though, they all just like rotated to you, and I was like, no, that's the opposite of what you should have done. Yeah, because Jax had Telly, you engage a fight, you Telly, now you're looking dumb in the top side, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was really cool. That game, I don't want to talk it up a bit, but it was a really fun game because on the surface, people may be, it's just a fiesta, people are throwing back and forth. But in a late game, environment, people are prone to being very scared, but it felt fun because I felt like SunnysideJV and our team were just going back and forth in plays.
Yeah, and another thing too that I thought was kind of sick was they weren't full committing. Like once like some losses were shown, like SunnysideJV would back out, you guys would back out. So there was, even though they did ace you guys like 3 times and got a lot of stuff off of it, there was no like defining like team fight to where it was like, oh, it's clearly over, shove, and then ends.
There was always responses, which was made it fun. Like that one play where they wiped us 4-man, only Cassiopeia's alive, and then our Cassiopeia cleared 2 mid waves.
Yeah, so they can't shove.
So they couldn't end the game. Yeah. That was really fun, and it felt like SunnysideJV was not scared to play at all. Like, yeah, they were playing a little safe, but they weren't giving us a bunch of respect, which was really fun to play against.
Yeah, it looked fun.
Yeah, I think people sometimes give too much respect.
A little too much.
Yeah, names are off, by the way.
Names are off.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even see that on the
Settings. Interface to the left.
Oops.
Oh. Right there. Where it says none. Up.
30 seconds until
Are they already?
Okay, okay.
Are they already duking it out? Oh.
Like
Sorry
I
about
said,
that.
they did want to go to do something spicy to level 1. This is really cool. See, Anvari going to ignite early. I definitely think they're gonna be punished because of that. And we see Derek going conquer. He is gonna go red cane here. I don't know how much I like that, but I can imagine if SunnysideJV does get ahead, it's gonna be pretty unplayable for boys, right? Because it's gonna be a Kane with Death Dance, a Yon with Death Dance, Diana with Phase Rush and W, a Morde who can essentially live in these team fights forever. The previous ones is gonna be a priority for Boomer Boys. So I definitely want to see how these team fights are gonna pan out, right?
That was a pretty funny
He's
dance.
just dancing.
What's the kind of player that you think Sizz has got to go towards? Do you think he needs to go top right away? For Mordekaiser doesn't have
yeah.
like the defining like trade
So
where it ruins like the whole lane phase.
whenever I play against a volley, I understand that they just want you to 3 camp and gank.
Yeah.
And you put yourself in this mentality where for jungle right now, what's really meta is farming. Like farming efficiently is what's really meta right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Sizz paths, and the important part is not only pathing initially, is keeping up with your pathing and constantly taking the camps that you were taking so you never fall back in XP.
Okay. Yeah, the jungle role definitely. The more I play it, I'm like, wow, this requires so much brain power. You really gotta constantly be on the next step.
I find it more difficult than lane sometimes because in some situations in jungle you find the answer difficult. Like what's the right answer? It's not matchup dependent. It's not anything. You can't think to yourself champions against each other. You have to think about champions against each other and wave management as well.
Yeah. And here you go. Look, there's the defining trade. Now the whole lane phase is gonna be that much more difficult with Fiora.
Yeah, this is really fun to watch because on paper, SunnysideJV is.
Oh. Lagging? Lagging? Scream? Hello? Unfortunately, I have chat disabled, so I can't see what's really going on. I'm too afraid to activate chat too.
3 players sitting on P40P.
Maybe on the Boomer Boy side?
I think so.
Is Anvari Sizz Acolyte? I think Booch Pooch is 3 unless he demoted. Any of the SunnysideJV? Oh, one thing to also note that I think is pretty funny is the SunnysideJV are probably like 10 years younger than a lot of the Boomer Boys. Yeah, sophomore.
Yeah,
There's like
funny.
it's like 14, 15, 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, nice pulverize at the
Starting off
top.
with the WQ.
Nice little alley combo. Gotta go ahead and let him know. Oh,
There you
Sizz
go,
is
you
there.
see? 14 CS this time around. Rar's playing it really well. It's definitely surprising how quickly the newer players on SunnysideJV are getting accustomed to communicating, because that's definitely just communicating, just the jungler being, hey, Volibear is going to be up here, top lane, please avoid the gank.
Yeah.
And as we see, we have Kane ahead 1 camp, his Raptors are going to respawn, and this is what I mean, where farming is just a lot better.
Yeah, look at this little trade though. B-Boy slow, trying to engage onto the bot lane of Boomer Boys. Nice trade
This
going
can
on.
be a time where Kane can gank. They have no ward if he goes through the wall.
Oh, yep. Oh
And,
no, but
yeah.
they had a sapling, so he was revealed.
Did Sapling take that? Sapling took it.
Did sapling really? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, it's red.
Yeah.
Oh no!
That's really unfortunate, but
Gooch Pooch with the plays.
it feels really bad, but it's not the end of the world for Derek, because Sizz did kind of it's not inting pathing. It's a decision, right? It's
Yeah.
I will skip a camp to make this gank to provide a little bit of pressure.
Yeah. Ooh.
For example, right there, Kane delays his Raptors a little bit, and that was the advantage he did have. So now he's gonna be equal to Sizz here, and this is where I think honestly. Oh.
Oh wow, Tom gets double knockup. The Gooch Pooch taking the short end of that stick. Sizz able to come in though, commits with the flash. Tom does too and strikes first blood over the Boomer Boys. Yep, that's the exact thing you told them that they need to watch out for. Huh?
Yeah. Sizz having a really proactive early game here. This is really nice to see. We did see Jin start boots for health pots, I believe. So I think it definitely paid off because Jin should have been extremely low.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Sizz coming to help him reset. And Vari.
You see D shield and D blade for the Yone.
Oh wow,
That's a
landed
nice
the
parry.
stun. Yep. No isolation on the Q either, so it nullifies a lot of the damage.
Yep.
That's like half the damage gone.
He can't get dove here, so he's perfectly fine.
Ooh.
Having a little bit of trouble farming under the tower.
It's alright. There you go. You got it. There we go.
He's still only 3 CS down to Anvari. And I think that's definitely the lane where on paper.
Ooh, try to be cheeky. Get the
Yeah.
distance with the minion. Oh wow.
This is definitely the lane. Oh,
Kane's coming in. Does get the slow onto Anvari. Anvari repulse. Doesn't get much off of it, but oh. Wow, Rars goes
he
down.
turns level 6.
Turning level 6, trying to turn it around. Oh, but the turret keeps him safe. Kane absorbs all of that. And Vari goes away with 1 kill.
Yeah.
His ignite pays off.
I was just about to compliment Rars on how on paper he is a bronze 1 player going up against a platinum player. But it definitely looked like he wasn't really scared.
Yeah.
And let's see, hopefully after the 1 kill, he's still not scared.
Hopefully he plays it well though. He needs to watch out, especially with Anvari going 3 long swords. That damage is gonna just it's gonna be very deceiving.
They're just backing now, by the way. He's farmed until 40 CS. He's gonna have his jungle item and I believe 1 longsword.
Yeah.
And he bought boots. I was gonna assume he goes red smite, but he is going blue, and I'm trying to wonder why. Maybe because if he got CC'd, he can always just opt into ulting into Jin and just CCing them. Because besides Jin and Anivia, I don't think Boomer Boys has a lot of teamfight damage. They have the Fiora, but teamfight damage makes... At the end of the day, Fiora can only hit 1 target multiple times.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at SunnysideJV, all their champions are essentially AOE. Yone AOE, Alistar AOE, Diana AOE, Kane AOE, and so guys are.
Ooh, Acolyte has blue buff.
Yeah.
Sizz sitting back, waiting for him to get engaged on. Actually goes in. Sizz trying to go in. Ultimate comes out from Diana. Oh wow, they both flash out of it. Oh man, they get the egg form, but nothing else from it. Tom also rotated on over along with Gooch Pooch. Gooch Pooch! Oh! Accidentally knocks back Glizzy God from Tom's snare. Tanking as much damage as he can. Trying to turn it around. B-Boy slow, stops it all. Pays for it with his life though,
That
but
was
well
beautiful.
done. Could have been
awareness.
it could have been like double, could have been possibly a double kill by Tom.
The awareness to go out, to just do that.
Well done by B-Boy Slow yet again. Always trying to be there at the right time.
And this is what I mean, like a lot of the players on Sunnyside, B-Boy Slow has not played competitively at all, so for him to understand, hey, I'm gonna die for my friend, like, it's really amazing to see, because I think that's something we lack in AoE. I think we do have a decent amount of like guys who know how to play their lane well, but we don't really have enough people who understand when to sack for their team.
Yeah.
That was really sick.
Well, as a support, it looks like it's second nature for him, so makes him look that much better.
Yeah, like how much time did he have to think about that, right? That was
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
like a 2-second window to think about it.
Yeah, he immediately reacted. Like as soon as Tom showed up into the lane, he was already like by Dragon Pit, so he had made his decision to rotate fairly quick. I'm taking a look at their wards. Their vision is not stunning at all. They got a pink ward. Oh wow, looks like we got some. Got a mid lane fight. He does get the ultimate off. But Sis is there to
Nice.
babysit him. Helping out Acolyte. And taking away all the advantage Diana has on Anivia. Oh man, and Navari, here he goes. Gets the mark. Trying to gun for it. Stars trying to get his passive. Oh man, the auto reset really, I think, messed up his timing for his W.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't hold on to it. If you're not too well on timing it, you just sometimes gotta just absorb whatever damage you can, you know.
And he did have flash as well. It's one of those points where I like telling people, like, there's no point in being,
Yeah.
especially when you're behind. You're no, if you're ahead, you have the luxury to be greedy, but when you're behind, never. Just use everything, especially when you get those opportunities to kill someone and they live by 10 HP because you think you do more damage, but you're actually behind in this situation.
Yeah.
You need to just not be greedy.
Oh, look at this. Acolyte having his way up against Glizzy God. Glizzy God trying to do something. Here's up the
Derek.
wave. Oh, Derek comes in. Gets some damage onto Anvari. Anvari, oh, able to flash away from the death claw. Oh, man.
They
Nice
should be
tower
okay.
dive coming in. B-Boy slow. Oh, he tries to headbutt away the Volibear, but Volibear does get the invulnerable frames off. Gooch Pooch, though, gets stopped by a... Oh, wow. Stopwatch. And Gooch Pooch is able to survive. It looked like he got minion blocked there for a little bit. Glizzy God trying to turn something around in the mid lane. Anivia has no egg form. Oh! The electrocute procced.
That's so unfortunate.
B-Boy slow.
Gooch Pooch will fall here.
Oh, the heal is not enough. Ooh. Fancy
Ooh.
feet. Tom predicts it that he is not going to move. Tom picks up a kill there.
The guts on B-Boy Slow to just be like, I'm gonna commit to this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's facing one of the best readers in the league. This man understands what you want to do before you even know you want to do it sometimes.
Unfortunately for B-Boy Slow. And two Juggernaut teams. SunnysideJV is going through hell this weekend. These are their two games, right, for this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
They played them both today.
Yeah,
And then we got two Sunnyside varsity games tomorrow, correct?
correct.
Or only one?
One. They have a bye actually.
They
Sorry
have a
about
bye.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Ocean Drake looks like it's going over to Boomer Boys. And this is where things start ramping up, especially since it's an Ocean Soul. Like, they can delay lanes that much more, and I think it'll be that much more. It'll be beneficial for them to do so, no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, but the rotations by SunnysideJV might force them to just end the lane phase. Because look at this. B-Boy slow. Trying to stick around his jungle. Kane being that much more comfortable farming. And kudos to, is it Rars?
Yeah.
Kudos to Rars, just trying to salvage whatever he can. Blizzy God going in, and Vari hiding into the bush, doesn't quite land his Q.
Despite Diz getting a lot of these successful games, he is sacking a lot of his pathing. So as you can see, he is down 2 levels here.
Oh.
Giving another blue buff away. He's just never going to catch up at this point. It's very hard to catch up in the jungle currently. You have to leech a lot from your laners.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because they introduced the new 9 to 13 acceleration, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as Kane's gonna hit 9, maybe a minute faster, but because there's acceleration on the caps, he's gonna be getting to level 13 a lot quicker than Sizz is. So hitting level 9 is where you want to be ASAP as a jungler, especially like a carry jungler like Derek.
Oh.
I believe Anvari did parry that.
Blizzy God getting zoned from all that CS.
Yeah, Blizzgod is also going Luden's first item. That is interesting. I have not seen that. He's down 1,000 gold. Wow.
Whoa, and here we go. Some engage onto the mid lane. Blizzy God does get a nice ultimate. Acolyte getting low, but not low enough. Derek trying to commit with the ultimate. Unfortunately, though, the bot lane of Boomer Boys does come, and Tom is on a rampage.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate things going wrong for the Sunnyside JV team. Oh, and Gooch Boosh, look at this. Actually commits onto Glizzy God, and Glizzy God. Oh, that double, yep. Well, just
Yep.
because you get hit with one root doesn't mean that the others won't snare you. That's not how Maokai's ultimate works. If you get hit with one root and you move over to another one, it will root you again. Oh man.
Got a 35 CS lead for Anvari. You have a 30 CS lead for Derrit. Everyone else is down on CS on the side of Derrit. At this point, this is when you do this farming style, it's perfectly fine to sack a little bit of pressure for your laners, but there has to be a certain point where you have to make the big play. And this is why this type of style of jungling is very scary for a lot of people, because if you mess up just once or twice, the game's over.
Yeah.
Because you decided to farm a lot more than gank.
Look at this though. Mordekaiser getting engaged on. Does hold off a little bit. And Vari. Oh! The Ignite ticks actually get him. And Glizzy God is stuck up against two because Sizz is there as well. B-Boy Slow trying to tank a lot for Ghetto Gangland. Oh, and Ghetto Gangland actually flashes for his support. Oh! Acolyte commits to it and actually picks up the kill and does not go down to the turret. Derrit trying to do as much as he can with the Rift Arrow, putting some pressure onto mid, but Sizz is there yet again. And 3 in the bot lane. Well done. Oh man, SunnysideJV, they're just trying to salvage plays. I mean, you can tell that they're trying to salvage plays. They're not out of it. Hopefully they keep looking for it. I think on this point of the game, I think this is where you start hunting like a wolf pack for stragglers, right?
Yep.
This is what I call this is what I call the El Oso cheese. You go into their, even though you're behind, lanes could be shoved in. Go into the jungle, see who you can find straggling.
If I'm gonna lose on my accord.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lose because they're making a play. I'm gonna lose because I make a play that I mechanically don't execute.
Oh my goodness, Ghetto Gangland had to return
It
into
is
the ultimate,
down.
and Acolyte is able to pick up the kill. Oh, what is that ultimate called? Glacial Storm, just melting, eating away at his health bar.
Thing I do want to mention on the side of Boomer Boys is you can see how Tom and Gooch Booch are roaming around the map. It really shows to how willing they are to just sack their lane to just find a fight.
Yep, and then here we go. Raz got stuck in a tricky situation, fully commits onto the Anivia. Well done by him. It looks like he's actually going to be able to pick up the kill. Egg form. Sizz going in. Oh, but gets the knockup. Glizzy God gets a nice ultimate, picking up a double kill. Well done by SunnysideJV. And I think this next dragon goes over to them. A Cloud Drake, really, really good for them.
They're 7k gold behind and they still get this dragon. That is something that you do not want to see if you're the Boomer Boys. It is only an air Drake.
This could be detrimental though.
Yeah, how I see these Drakes every time I'm behind is I just bought us 5 minutes of time.
Yeah.
I just bought us 5 minutes. Okay.
Oh.
So
I like the way you look at that. I just bought myself 5 minutes.
yeah, and then you're just thinking like, what do I do with these next 5 minutes? What do I do with these next 5 minutes? And that type of thinking, I definitely.
Ooh, teleport onto the trap. You can do that. Acolyte does walk Glizzy God. Glizzy God using his fancy feet, but unfortunately cannot due to Gooch Booch's point and click snare. Down goes Glizzy God.
Yeah, at this point, Kane definitely needs to start sacking camps and just being with this team, I believe. Oh, Lars living the game. Did they pause it?
Pause. Yeah, okay.
It is paused, okay.
Yeah. Had a little bit of a moment of like, hello? You good? Alright, let me get this off just in case it reveals anything, you know? I know they can go back to the video and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
reconnected. Yeah, I don't think we've had any incidents of that.
no, I think we're pretty honorable, which I'm happy for.
Oh,
But
my Diana items. Yeah, that is a pretty unfortunate build. I can see the thought process behind it, though.
sheesh. Trying to get some damage.
Yeah.
Desperate for some damage.
When you can't auto attack them for long, you just have to go something like that. Ideally, you wanted to be even to the Boomer Boys. That way you can auto them for a long time, but anytime Diana jumps in, she's instantly gonna die.
Yeah, the Jhin has Storm Razor, BF Sword.
IE and how long can you press?
Yes, sir.
Has IE already.
Yeah?
1400, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he already has BF sword and cloak. So that's pickaxe 875 and the complete is 425?
I think it's gonna be 14.
Oh, it'll be
14.
13 something.
Proto belt, no. Cost effective plus utility. I think into more melees, yeah. But all he needs to do is kill Jin or Nivea.
Oh, we're back. I didn't see no timer. Did you see a timer?
Nope.
Whoa, it doesn't matter because we're right back in. Boomer boys getting the Rift Herald. They're gonna be able to do. They're gonna be able to do wonders. And I think that's something Derek should have gone for instead of those Krugs in the bot lane when all the Boomer boys are in the bot lane. You know. All right.
He does have the Black Cleaver finish. Hopefully, I can definitely see a team fight where everyone low and Derek cleans up, and then Derek becomes just this animal that Boomer Boys is gonna be unable to tame.
Well, one thing we saw is Rars. He actually sent Anivia into the death realm and picked up a solo kill on her. So he's not he's technically not out of this either.
No, he's not. Eventually, it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna find out they're gonna have to find out who's gonna match this Dora.
Oh, here we go. Oh, looking for the Jan. Doesn't quite get the angle on it. Glizzy got little emote onto Anvari saying, "Uh-oh, you can't touch this turret." Anvari playing impatient. Uh-oh, but Derek's he's creeping. He's creeping. Is he looking to engage onto Anvari though? No, he doesn't. I think that would have been a good rotation, though.
Yeah, would have been fine. Actually, yeah.
Too late now.
Barrett may have to find himself in the ball lane, and as we're talking about it, B-Boy slow.
Oh! Does get the riposte off. Is it riposte or repel? It used to be riposte, right? Now it's repel?
I think it's parry now.
Parry. Oh, I think it was always parry, actually.
What's
Repose.
repose? It used to be parry.
It used to be parry.
Or maybe that's just with the CC.
Let's go, Aaron. Let's go, Aaron. Trying to summon my inner acolyte for the shoutcasting.
Repel.
Ah! Yeah, I play a lot of Elise. What you know? B-Boy Slow is the one actually contesting this show. Oh, is he gonna be looking for it?
He's gonna do it.
He is, he is. Oh,
No.
that was a quick. There was that 1 second moment where he actually had it.
Yeah, but if you're B-Boy slow, you're kind of noticing that this viewer is reacting to it on time every time.
So that's where you start having second guesses, huh?
That's where you're like, maybe not. Maybe I should stop testing this guy.
That's crazy how they're leaving the alley in the bot.
This is one of those times. Oh my god! As I'm talking about testing,
does get it. Oh man,
he delayed the auto. Now he gets it.
Oh, but Anvari's just so strong. Oh, he was able to turn it around. Oh no, Anvari's still able to pick up the kill. Rars takes Acolyte into the death realm, and Acolyte survives by the skin of his teeth. Ghetto Gangland is there to try to help out. Rift Herald though punishing their bot lane shenanigans, trying to find some life in this game. Gooch Pooch, nice ultimate coming out. Jared unfortunately commits too hard. Oh, and Ghetto Gangland whiffs the ultimate.
Oh no.
Just desperate play after desperate play. I appreciate that they're really trying to go for it. Sizz does unlock the ultimate, but doesn't stop the turret from hitting him. Lizzie God goes in as well. And unfortunately, just one by one going down.
They have to wait for the next minion wave. Sizz not ulting the tower, definitely detrimental there. They would have still had a minion wave for just a bit. It turns out they're not going to end the game here.
No, timers are still too short for that death blow. Oh, man. SunnysideJV, though, not letting this game just... Not handing it over. Having some fight with... Having some fight. Some grit.
Yeah. This is the same team from earlier. It's just the top lane. The top laner was substituted, and the top laner is one of the more impactful players on SunnysideJV. You can definitely see where.
I'm so surprised they're hanging in there, though.
Yeah.
They're hanging in there. Top laner is bronze 1, and he almost took out the Anivia in a very clutch moment.
Definitely.
This is something that I'm still admiring. Not shying down, still looking for opportunities, making plays. They're not just sitting around defending, letting the game just slowly get choked out with that Andakana playstyle. You know, where you slowly go lane to lane and choke the enemy team out. Oh, they're still looking for plays, so still digging it. Oh, dragon was just taken. Oh wow, they took the second dragon. Wow, 2 air drakes.
You bought yourself
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Oh, someone recalled actually in that bush, Anvari.
You got 10 minutes if they get the air drake, but this might be one of those games where they do not need the soul to end the game, sadly.
Especially since it's Cloud, and then they have such a big lead.
Cloud is a really nice dragon to have when you are behind, because you essentially have your ulti more because it is the Cloud Drake. Whenever you're behind, you love the fact that your tools are going to be up more often.
Yeah. Oh, Ghetto Gangland just
no.
taking so much damage from the Jan. Oh, does get a 3-man knockup. Blizzy God gets a 3-man knockup as well. The ultimates are coming out. Oh my goodness, Kane is trying to do as much as he can, doing Kane things. Tom just straggling back in the back line, trying to dish out as much damage as he can. Sizz absorbs so much damage. Rars is in the middle of all of it, trying to turn things around, but Anvari coming in. Game over, the mode says, and I believe that is what happened. Oh man, SunnysideJV had some top-notch engages there. Completely ignore the mid turret, just end through the top minions, shoving. Has the ultimate, trying to clear out all the minions. Make sure that they don't come up randomly. And there it is. Boomer Boys take out SunnysideJV. Kudos to SunnysideJV though.
For sure.
That is a win for the Boomer Boys.
I can't help to smile, because those team fights were still really cool to see the fact that they're engaging that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was really well played by Boomer Boys. Just reacting really well to every time they engaged. And that last team fight, when they finally got an insane team fight, Boomer Boys were just too far ahead for it to matter.
Here, let's go ahead and look at the stats real quick. Or you know what? Let me prepare the straw poll first. Who gets player of the game here? I want to know, who's your player of the game?
For Boomer Boys?
Yeah.
Definitely Tom. Just because of how much he was rotating and starting a lot of these fights. As I mentioned, where you want to play away from the main carry of some teams. Tom just, as an AD carry, it's kind of funny because I feel like this is something that not a lot of AD carries in AoE do, is they just sack their lane for a little bit. It's like, alright, I'm gonna go roam, I'm gonna take the scuttle, I'm gonna see if I can find some action in the jungle or anything, right? And he did get a couple of kills there and definitely just got the lead, and he never let off the gas.
Oh, I think mine, not gonna lie, I actually liked Sizz's rotation. Sizz seemed so annoying in this match.
That's true.
And I think I would have to give it a Sizz. Gooch. We have some Gooch. Okay.
And Gooch did play well.
And Vari did top lane things as well. They all did their job spectacularly. Here we go, folks. The straw poll. Let it be known. Let it be known who is. You said it was Tom, right?
Your vote has been counted.
Boom. There we go. We got one for Anvari, one for Gooch Booch. Yeah, the Gooch Booch was always on top of it as well. Definitely
Booch,
around.
2 votes, Tom 1 vote.
Yeah, he was definitely around his team, helping him secure those kills. Doing Maokai things with the snare on snare. Stole the scuttle with the with the sapling. That was pretty nuts.
That feeling is one of the worst feelings in the game.
Anvari, yeah, Anvari's looks like some votes are coming in for Anvari, and yeah, he was just insane with the amount of pressure he was coming in, and yeah, definitely taking full advantage of that mismatch. Acolyte survived so many things. Kudos to Acolyte just being just kind of walking on a tight rope for his team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He gave option for Sizz to come in. Well, while we're waiting for the vote, I will stop it at 5:52. So 3 more minutes. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Yeah. Here we go, folks. AOE swipe. Let's see. So here are the scores. Let's take a look at the graphs. This is the damages. What we did earlier is we went through all of them actually. So we went through damage. We went ahead and saw. Look at that. Mordekaiser just sitting in there, just providing so much damage, so much AOE.
Diana doing more damage than anyone besides Jin. That's pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, the Tom, I think in that last team fight got like 8,000 of this because he was just sitting in the bag, just trying to stay away. I think SunnysideJV should have fully committed to the front line since they had him on the ropes.
Yeah.
But it looked like they all stopped hitting them to try to go for Tom.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to get what you get, you know?
Definitely.
Here we go. Let's see the income. Tom on top as well. Gooch for sure got me good. I couldn't roam as much. Oh, it's all right, Corey. No worries. Job well done. Job well done. I appreciate the not rolling over in the game. Always looking for a window.
Yeah.
Always looking for a window. Look at the vision scores. Woo! Gooch pooch. And that 70. And he don't have a Umbral Blade.
That is an insane amount of vision.
You know, Mongace, aka Kevin, actually had like 111 ward score.
Are you serious?
Well, because of the Umbra Blade.
That's funny. It was a long game as well.
Yeah, any Umbra Blade type of things. It's
Can we see damage done to structures?
to turrets.
Yeah.
And Vari doing top lane things with the split push though. That's nuts.
Is
Look at this
just
though.
to show how dominant Boomer Boys was this game.
Oh.
No one hit a turret besides Kane.
And that's because of the rift. Does rift count towards your damage?
I don't think it does. Because Kane would have had more than 600.
Jeez, that's insane.
That's jungle camps.
No, this is damage to objectives. Jungle camps doesn't get put into this. I think this is like a epic monsters and turrets.
Okay, that's why it's
Yeah.
so inflated, because Herald.
Yeah, he took out Herald by himself. All right, let's go ahead and look at it. We got 1 more minute. What are the results looking like? Let me refresh it. Oh wow, I'm coming in 5 voids.
And Vari with 4, the Good Pitch with 3, Acolyte with 1, and Sizz with 0, unfortunately. I definitely think Sizz...
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
I thought it was Sizz. Unfortunately, only one person can vote in our Wi-Fi, and I think someone else took it. That's not sitting here.
Yeah, that's why you do browser cookies, so that way people on different computers under the same Wi-Fi can vote.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Here, let me do mine then.
No, you... No.
This is done?
You have to do the option on the straw poll, yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you create it.
Well, here we go. That's it. Tom wins player of the game with 5 votes. 52 on the dot. Dang, your boy. On the dot. Oh, snap. And we're going back. AOE swipe. So, pretty much what we saw is we saw Boomer Boys do some very top level things. The rotations, they basically beat SunnysideJV to the punch of what they were doing to you.
Yeah.
You know, with the rotations, with the committing to each other's plays, and they were still having some good wombo combos. Unfortunately, they didn't do that earlier. I think they should have done that 10 minutes sooner as roam together. Because look at those wombo combos they had in their team comp.
Yeah.
I think their team comp was definitely not a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Probably around the 15-minute mark when they were realizing the game was bleeding out, that's where you have to just make the decision to just commit to a strat, right? And that's what I mean. Like, you can choose to lose based off your enemy's decision, or you can choose to lose based off your decisions.
And one thing that's sad is it's just so hard giving up your lane, especially when you're so behind. Like Glizzy God, all he had was the Luden's Echo. Like, it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, let's give up lanes and let's roam around with just that item in your slots. But hey, kudos to them. I truly appreciated their games today. We have a win. So Boomer Boys is 1-0. SunnysideJV is 1-1. GZG 0-1. It's all right though. We got the run back because this is a double round robin. Regular season best of 1, playoffs, quarterfinals best of 3, semifinals and up best of 5. there we go. That's today's matches. Tomorrow, I believe they're still on the default times. Can I get confirmation from the CEO, Tom himself, in the chat? Hello. I believe so. Default times? Okay. The press shop is telling me yep. Alright, so we got default times are 5 and 6 p.m. So keep a lookout for that. I'm gonna go back to editing because I lost all my files. That I don't know if you guys were watching Worlds with us last night. I was also editing during that. I lost all my files, but it's okay because I salvaged some and
You lost a lot.
I didn't get back to work. I lost a dope transition too. It's alright though. Alright guys. I appreciate you watching. So tomorrow, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Stay tuned for those games. And anything else that we got to go ahead and round off for today?
No.
For today, we're pretty much done, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for always supporting. Thank you for always watching. Kudos to SunnysideJV, who had an outstanding showing. Free Agents is actually playing tomorrow. Keep a lookout for that. That includes the likes of Jin, the Golden Boy Chezzy, a.k.a. Gabriel. Who else is on the team?
Al Charlie Al.
Al Charlie Al.
Then we have 2 new players, Fatal, aka GXT, and
Fatal, a.k.a. GXT.
the old varsity top laner for Bullard.
The old varsity top laner for
Yeah.
Bullard. Okay, so we have 2 new players. Fatal's actually not that new. He is a Sunnyside tourney vet, and he's played with Fresno State members as well. So keep a lookout for that. That game is going to be intense. See you guys. Later. Say bye-bye to the stream.
Bye.
Goodbye while looking at it.
Oh, I thought you transitioned already. Whoops.
Nope. All right. Later, guys.
Bye, stream.
Sleeping giants, yeah. Shutting it down, been in the grind of my people all up in this place. Spinning this thing, go to my rank, royalty up in my veins. I'm loco, think I'm so cold, I say something, ain't no going back. Now they ask where Kiki's at, I'm like, you can't hang with that. 쏟아져 빛이 멀게 된 눈이 멈추지 않아. Once we go, 내게 더운 날로 모든 뼈 빨리 달려. 넌 못 따라와. True damage we do it, true damage 보여줄게. 뭐든 쉽게 이기든 지든 my crew make the beat. No one could stop us, they'll try, but they won't. Nada nos puede parar. Oh no, we're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. You thought that we were weak, but we coming right back. This time you're gonna see how we do it like that. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants.
I keep on shattering time. I might just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on rewind. You should quit sleeping on mines. You got your back on recline. When I damage your delicate spine, please don't act out, shy and surprise. They be like, what you mean? What is your winning scheme? I got a giant team. Biggest my self-esteem. Run it back, running man. They think they go hard, I'm like, come again. You run at a time and I'm busting in. While you stumbling, I got this blade in my hand for your punishment.
We're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. You thought that we were weak, but we coming right back. This time you're gonna see how we do it like that. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants. Coming at you live, real wild. Here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break the rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. Never going back, nah, that. Diamonds on drip, 'cause I came to make a splash. Gonna break the rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. I'll melt your face off, disappear, I'm your eraser. Aim the cut just like a razor. Murked up in this world, my place. I got all the boys on me, I got all the lines on ring. Knock 'em dead, turning heads. I got 걸어 through